Hi, welcome to the OT tip of the month. We're here at the end of the school year, and I know that you're feeling the home stretch, the light at the end of the tunnel. We're excited that the weather is beautiful now here in Minnesota, and so it's a great time to get creative with that spring fever and helping kids to get outside. So I wanted to share with you some of the literature that is around the benefits of being outside and being in nature. And these are the most common themes that you'll see up on your screen that are coming up over and over again in the literature. And I'm going to share with you a couple of different pieces of information related to these benefits of being outdoors. One is that there was a 2017 study that was done that showed the most positive effects of decreasing depression and anxiety symptoms were related to when people were either under vegetative coverage or outside in the afternoon where there are a lot of birds that were singing and tweeting. They found the most benefits in those areas. And then there was another study that showed that there's the greatest effect that study found is when people were near water as opposed to just being out in nature, that there are more positive effects of being around water. So think about whether or not there's a pond or a lake nearby your school, that if you're taking a walk or doing something outside, that you could be situated by that body of water. Now, there was a recent study in 2021 that looked at 46 studies that were previously done in looking at the benefits of nature and mental health. And what they found was that 90% of those studies showed at least one positive effect of being out in nature. And the positive effects that they found are the ones listed here on your screen as kind of the most common benefits. There were also others that cited, just benefits of well-being or happiness, but those weren't quite as common as the ones that I pulled here and listed on your screen. What's inconclusive in the research is the amount of time that you need to spend outdoors in order to get benefit. There are only a handful of studies that have looked at that amount of time. There was one that was really intense with like an 8-day wilderness trip, and they saw benefits in well-being and happiness and lowering stress levels. There was another study that looked at 50 minutes of walking in an urban area and 50 minutes of walking in nature, and there are more positive benefits of walking in nature. And then there was also a study that found that at 30 minutes of being in a green space or green area can have that positive effect on depression and anxiety. So there aren't any studies that I found in my search that showed, kind of smaller snippets of time. But if you think about how long one class period is, you're going to hit that 30-minute mark. So just be mindful of that as you're thinking about activities to do outside. So there's all different activities that you can do outside. Obviously, you can just take your lesson and move it completely outside and have it be outdoors instead of indoors. Some other creative ideas that you can think about are here on the screen. Taking a walk is probably the easiest thing that you can do. Some ideas would be to do your lesson and then have the students partner up and they talk about the lesson or reflect on that information and come back and share with the class what they learned. You might have the students just observe what they see and how they feel and tapping into their senses on that walk and come back and do either a reflective paragraph or essay, or if you do like any sort of journaling, they could do that. Or if you're doing a poetry lesson, writing a poem around what they saw on that walk. Another really fun one for younger students is to do a scavenger hunt. You can link it to science lessons you're doing, or you can link it to math and have it be quantities that they need to find. So it's 5 round pebbles, it's 3 yellow flowers, that sort of thing that they just need to find with their eyes. They don't have to necessarily collect and take those things back into school, but that's kind of a fun way to bring some of those lessons outdoors. And then using sidewalk chalk is a really fun way to practice spelling words or practice math problems. With math problems, you can have them write the problem, and then whatever the solution is, they could have to find, something in nature or something around them that equals that amount for the younger students. So if it's 5 plus 4, they need to find 9 stones or, something along those lines too. You can also use sidewalk chalk for drawing, and they can do a reflective, something that you taught about, and they can go out and draw a picture around that theme. And that's a fun way to use sidewalk chalk as well. And then finally, we listed, reading under a tree, doing silent reading, doing partner reading. If the teacher is doing a small group lesson with students and then everyone else is out reading, that's an easy thing to do outside as opposed to inside. So I hope this inspires you to get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather while it's here, and make lessons a little bit more fun and have all of those benefits of mood and cognition and stress level to both you and your students. I wish you the best of luck for the remainder of the school year, and I look forward to seeing you again this fall.